Hi everyone, and welcome on board my first ever luxury river cruise. If you've just found my channel, then I tend to spend my time on ocean cruise ships, most of which are absolutely enormous, and I use my YouTube channel to try and show what it's like to spend 4 nights, 7 nights, however many nights on board as a passenger. Today though, I have teamed up with Riviera Travel to show you a very different type of cruise product. And that brings me to where I am right now. I've just boarded Emily Bronte, which is one of the luxury river cruise ships from Riviera Travel, and I'll be calling this ship home for the next 7 nights. While I'm on this ship, I'm going to be exploring the Rhine and also the Moselle rivers, and I can't wait to show you so much more from life on board, but also from the ports that we're going to be visiting. Now, if you would like to follow along on this adventure and all the others that I'm going on, I would love it if you'd come along with me by clicking the subscribe button, which you should be able to do directly underneath the video. While you're there, it would be great if you do enjoy the video to give it your thumbs up, because that just helps me to reach so many more people. But look, let's get back to why we're here, which is the room I am staying in this week. I am staying in cabin 322, which is on the diamond deck of Emily Bronte. I've never been on a river cruise ship before, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I can tell you already, I'm very pleasantly surprised with what I've arrived to today. So without further ado, join me out in the corridor and let me show you around this absolutely beautiful cabin, cabin 322, on board Emily Bronte. Welcome to the Diamond Deck on board Emily Bronte. You'll find the Diamond Deck on deck 3 of this river ship, meaning that you've got 2 decks of passenger accommodation beneath you. If you look to one end of this really long corridor, you'll find facilities like reception, the panorama lounge, and also the main restaurant, and a few other facilities. At the other end, you'll find the bistro, which is a more informal, more casual dining option offered on the ship. The cabin that I'm going to show you today is room 322, which is the room that I spent my cruise in. Riviera Travel brand this as a diamond deck suite, and in terms of the size, it's about 17 square metres or about 183 square foot. Coming into the cabin, one of the first things that you should notice is that huge glass window at the far end. I'll come back to show you that later in the tour. I'll show you how it works, and I'll also show you how easy it is to open that all up and really bring the outside in. This cabin, I felt, was a really impressive cabin to arrive to, and throughout the cruise it did prove to be a really, really comfortable and, to be honest, really quite luxurious accommodation. Over on this side of the bed, you've got these on either side, but you'll find a bedside cabinet, and that's got a nice granite top to it. On top of that, you'll then find a docking station and an alarm clock that you can plug your iPhone into, for example. You'll then find that you've got a couple of different lighting options. There is a light that runs all the way along the back of the bed headboard. You've then got a gold reading lamp here, and then you've got some switches that will control the lights around the room. Beside that, you've then got a European outlet, so if you do have anything to plug in beside the bed, that shouldn't be an issue. Over here, you've got this huge light fitting. I absolutely loved that. I felt it gave off a really nice light, and it was really different to have that on with nothing else around the room. Over here, you'll find that you've got the same bedside table, the same lamp, and you've also got, as I spill it everywhere, a huge amount of paperwork to welcome you on board. In there, you'll find things like your breakfast menu, all of the literature to welcome you onto the ship, some postcards, so make sure you do have a read through when you get on the ship. If I now go back over to the other side of the bed, it's worth highlighting that you do get 2 chairs with a small glass table in here, so if you do want to, for example, come back to the room and relax with a tea or a coffee, which we'll come back to shortly, then you can do that without then having to sit on the bed. Then you've got some more paperwork on top of the table, and then you've got, yes, again, that massive window, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We will come back to that. Over here, you'll find a huge built-in storage unit. On the right-hand side, you've got what I would probably call your drink station. You've got some wine glasses that are provided free of charge. You've then got both a kettle and a coffee machine. I thought that was a great touch because it's quite rare actually on cruise ships to get a kettle, so it was lovely to have a kettle and a coffee machine in here. You've then got 2 mugs, and in terms of facilities down here, you've got some sweetener, some ambient milk. You can order fresh to come along to your room. You've then got some coffee pods, and that's caffeinated and also decaf. The tea in the cabin was Twining's English breakfast, and then you've also got sugar here as well if you didn't want to use the sweetener. So all round, a pretty good hospitality tray offering. In this cupboard down beneath, you've then got a safe which is totally free of charge to use. You just pop your number in and that's you. And then down below, you've got your fridge. The fridge, when I got on the ship, had a bottle of champagne in it. If you do book a suite on the diamond deck of the ship, you'll find that that room then comes with a bottle of champagne that you can enjoy at any point during your cruise. Moving over to the left, you've got the first of the wardrobes that I'm going to show you as we go around this cabin today. All of the storage in here lit up beautifully. Look at this, it was so easy to find what you were looking for. You've got a shelf at the top, some hanging space, and then you've got 2 drawers down below. If I pull them out for you, you can see that they are relatively deep. The one at the bottom is identical to the one at the top. Over to the left again, you've now got a large flat screen television built into the wall, and down below that, you've got your desk in your main working area. It is worth highlighting that although this could serve as a vanity station, you don't then have a mirror directly in front of the desk, but hopefully you'll be pleased with what you see in the bathroom when I head in there shortly. Spoiler alert, I was blown away by the bathroom in here. In terms of what's on the desk, you've got a phone that you can use to phone either around the ship or ashore. You've then got some wireless devices that you can take on your excursions with you. The excursions with Riviera Travel are totally included, so you just take them and plug them in, and you can hear what the guide is telling you. You've then got 2 water bottles on your desk. These were great. I found that the water coming out of the taps in the bathroom was very good quality on board, so it was great to be able to fill these up in the room before bed or before heading ashore. You've then got some audio devices here. I didn't use that during the cruise. Then you've got an emergency alarm and some more plug points. It was great to have British power outlets in here. So you've got 2 UK plug points on the desk, and you've also got some USB charging points there as well. This is your main welcome aboard pack. It's got loads and loads of information in there to help you make the most of your trip. So if you are coming on a Riviera cruise, check that out. Next up, another wardrobe. You've got some of my equipment at the top, so ignore that, with some bathrobes, plenty of shelving, and then again, you've got some hanging space with an umbrella included at the back. I do hope that you're getting the same feel that I had when I first came into this cabin, and that was that it felt as though the team here have thought of just about everything from the umbrella to the wireless devices. I was really, really impressed. I've just shown you the air conditioning panel, which you can set to whatever temperature you'd like in the room, and then you've got another European plug point here as well. Then you've got a huge floor-to-ceiling mirror that's lit from the top, so don't worry, you can check your full-length outfit before heading out for the night. Over here, you've then got your privacy or the please make up my cabin sign, so just pop that on the door when you head out for the day, and your room will get made up. So, that covers the main cabin area. Let's now move into the part of the ship that I was probably most interested or most impressed by, and that was the bathroom. Look at this bathroom. This looks like something that I would expect to find in a luxury hotel on land. There is absolutely no compromise here for the fact that you're on a ship. Let me take you in and let me give you a walk around to give you a feel for what the bathroom actually looks and feels like. First, it is worth mentioning that you have got a massive sink here, so you don't have to crush your hands into a really tiny small space. If I talk to you about storage, down below, you've got some open storage, you've got 2 shelves down here, and then you've got a hairdryer which you can use back out in the cabin. Moving along to the left, you've then got some closed storage. So in here, you'll find your bin or your trash can, and you could then store a couple of extra things in there if you'd rather get your toiletries out of view, which is a position that I have, to be honest. Up here, you've then got a washing line, so if you do head ashore and you get soaked in the good old European weather, then don't worry, you can hang up your clothes here to dry. You've then got a shower. I felt the water pressure on board was really, really impressive. And then when you look over to the toiletries, the brand of toiletries in here was really, really beautiful. I felt as though when I had a shower in here, it genuinely was like I was showering at a spa. It was really, really nice. The final thing to mention in here is that it's a glass shower screen rather than a shower curtain. I wasn't too sure what to expect on that front, but one of my most hated things from any cruise ship is when the ship is moving and you're showering with a curtain. But yeah, great that that doesn't exist on here. Massive thumbs up. I mentioned earlier in the video that I would take you over and show you the window and show you how these operate to bring the outside in. I was super impressed, and in fact, I can open these using just one hand. All you have to do is unlock the door, and then once it's unlocked, slide it open. Once the first door then reaches its maximum, you can then just continue pushing, and the whole wall will essentially disappear to unveil what is a lovely Juliet balcony. This ship at the moment is docked in Cologne, so it's not the most picturesque of views, but let me show you what it looks like when you're cruising down the Rhine. Absolutely beautiful. I was such a huge fan of this cabin, and I would love to experience it again at some point. Let me take you back into the room and give you one final look. That is a quick tour of my suite on the Diamond Deck of Riviera Travel's Emily Bronte. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like to cruise in here? What do you love about this suite? What do you not love about this suite? I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to see so much more from my time on board, and if you have enjoyed this video, then why not come and join me over in this video? Over here, I am showing you what part 1 of my Emily Bronte adventure down the Rhine and Moselle rivers looked like. Hopefully, I'll see you over there. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.